a few interesting things happening over the last 24 hours. In fact, one of the comments that came out from Rio Ferdinand about Mikel Arteta would absolutely take a United job, Manchester United job, if it came up. You're not happy about that?
Well, I'm not happy, but it just makes me laugh, like ex-Man United players, like the delusional arrogance of thinking, well, it's Man United, so everybody's going to... And everybody knows Man United are one of the biggest, if not the biggest club in the world. It's a fan-based sport. I get that. But Mikel Arteta, he, at Arsenal now, he's 3.5 seasons down the development of this Arsenal team, where he's got rid of the toxic culture, all the big-time Charlies are gone. He's in control of who comes in and who goes out as players, because he had the standoff with Aubameyang, and he said, if you don't get rid of him, I'm going. So Edu, they're all aligned, but not one player comes in. Manchester United, they're still... I know Sir Jim Ratcliffe's taken over, but they're a basket case of a club. Arteta's not going to look at a club and think, you know what? Because he now wants to go and win things. Right? He's had his development as himself as a manager and a team. He's not going to think, oh, Man United are 2 seasons, maybe 3 seasons away from even challenging to win the Premier League. And that's at best. And so Jim Ratcliffe actually said, you're going to have Dave Brailsford, obviously, on the sporting side, sporting director. Obviously, Dan Ashworth is on... And Jim Ratcliffe actually said that they're going to choose the way that the philosophy and the team that plays. So I can understand it. So it runs through from, like Brighton, from manager to manager to manager. Mikel Arteta's not going to be told, this is philosophy, this is how we play. He's a control freak. So I just think at the minute that was completely a no-no. And Arteta has a spiritual connection to Arsenal, obviously, because he played there, he was captain, won the FA Cup, got that, and he knew the club. But he's not now thinking, I'm going to go and develop another team. He's done that.
Bigger club, though.
Pardon?
Bigger club, though.
In Europe, I think Manchester United globally, absolutely. Absolutely. And obviously the Premier League titles they've won, obviously won Champions. But Arsenal are a massive club.
Of course.
And where he is now, he's in total control of everything that goes on the pitch. And at Man United at the moment, there's so much that's got to be sorted out. I don't think he will even consider it. I was listening to you on the Sunday session with Sam Matterface recently, and talking about like the progress that there has been over the last couple of seasons and how different they are now to this time last season, where it ever so started to slip away. But do you think Arsenal are still in contention to win the title? No, I said begin the season. You still think Arsenal are going to win the league? Because of Declan Rice signing, I thought it'd be the kick on, like the physicality side, the experience I had last year. I know people said they bottled it. It was because Saliba got in. When Rob Holding, it was huge. And there was a lack of experience. The mid-season break has come unbelievable, because Arsenal, we were looking a bit leggy against Fulham, against West Ham. They've come back revitalised. And I'm not going to waver. They've come back. I've seen them rinse Liverpool, when Liverpool were in brilliant form at the time. And it could have been 5 or 6. So all these challenges that they keep coming up, they keep coming over. These statement wins in the Premier League are quite something. When you look at whereabouts they are on the table, it's like they've got that hunger now. They're banging in goals for fun. But if they can maintain it. But then you were saying in January, we need a striker. And now you're putting in goals. No, everybody knows that ideally you'd need a number 9 because obviously the chances that we create. Now all of a sudden, then Kai Havertz comes into a bit of form. So he plays a false 9. Trossard plays a false 9. Then out of possession, we go 4-4-2, where we close down, Havertz goes, then Odegaard goes, then they get more people in the box. Bukayo Saka's got his legs back. So, I mean, there's big, huge games still to come, because every game for Arsenal is the biggest game of the season. Sheffield United next Monday is the biggest game of the season, because we can't afford a draw. Yeah. We've got to keep winning, and hopefully you're still within strike distance, play Man City away, Liverpool play Man City. So it's going to be a 3-horse race all the way through to the end. It could go, even conceding against Newcastle, right? This title could go down to goal difference. Do you know what I mean? And you just look back and you think, should have beat Newcastle 4-0, you beat them 4-1. So this is going to go right. I think it's going to go to the last weekend. It's been a brilliant title race so far, hasn't it? And it's so interesting now that you've got 3 teams really in contention to do it. And it is. And I just can't see past Liverpool at the minute. Okay, some injuries, but I think they'll come back. I just see it being Liverpool's time. But that's with no discredit to Arsenal and the job that Arteta's done. I can see everybody. You can make a case for everybody. Isn't Man City just again starting to get on the roll and hunting as well? But I think with Man City, they still get at a ball where I don't think they were last year when they're in that role. Yeah. If you look at even the Bournemouth game, Bournemouth had 3 or 4 big chances. Yeah. Luton had, though obviously it's 6-2 and they made them angry because they got back to 3-2 and they went another gear. But even Luton were creating loads of chances. Yeah. So for the neutral, this would be the most exciting title race for a good, because Man City have been so dominant with Liverpool. So to have 3 in it, it's brilliant.
You're dead right.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.